Lego Pokemon has been revealed, but catching them all will cost you. After months of anticipation, Lego Pokemon is finally here, and somehow, Lego has managed to make Pokemon, one of the most kid-friendly franchises on Earth, feel completely inaccessible to the audience that loves it most. With the first wave of Pokemon sets releasing the 27th of February 2026, which I'm assuming is aimed to celebrate the franchise's 30th anniversary, this should be one of the biggest LEGO collaborations we've seen in recent memory. The builds themselves are impressive, but this might be one of the most frustrating and divisive LEGO launches in years. On the plus side, whilst I was hunting down some stock images for this video, I came across these cool looking, not LEGO, Sembo Digimon sets. How cool are these? So, the star of the show is of course Pikachu. Set number 72152, Pikachu and Pokeball with 2,050 pieces priced at $200. Pikachu is captured mid-leap as it bursts out of an open Pokeball. The lightning effect uses those translucent crystal style elements that LEGO has been using in Ninjago sets, and honestly they work beautifully here. Though I feel that maybe we could have done without the display stand and maybe have it match Eevee in price and size. The Pokeball itself is nearly perfect, the shaping is spot on, and I'm convinced LEGO could sell the Pokeball as its own set and it would still fly off the shelves. There's even a thoughtful detail on the display base where the studs form a 25, a nod to Pikachu's Pokédex number. The Pikachu build is solid. You can change Pikachu's gender as well by swapping out the tip of the tail, which is a neat nod to Pokemon lore and how there are subtle differences between Pokemon genders. However, while most of this Pikachu is posable, feet, ears, tails, etc., it seems, at least from the images that I can see, that its head is always at this fixed angle. And for $200, this Pikachu is completely static. Mega's Pikachu set featured mechanical movement, and I would say does a better job at capturing Pikachu's shape better. And look, LEGO's version does look fantastic. It's a gorgeous display model, don't get me wrong, but if I was going to choose one, I would lean more towards Mega's version of the character. This is my own personal opinion. Moving on to the second set, this is where LEGO nails it, Eevee. Set 72151 with 587 pieces priced at $60. Eevee is easily the most reasonably scaled and priced set in the entire lineup. Posable, expressive, and feels like a proper character model instead of an oversized monument. The head shaping is excellent, the ears used angular plates in clever ways, and the tail has that perfect fluffy curve to it. And those little tufts of fur across the chest add a real texture to the build. It doesn't come with a display stand, but honestly, it doesn't need one. The figure can stand perfectly well on its own brick-built legs. If every Pokemon set in this wave launched at this scale and price point, there would probably be a lot less angry tweets on Twitter roundabout now. And finally, the monolithic set of this wave, Set 72153, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, with a whopping 6,838 pieces priced at $650. This set is insane, and I mean that in both the best and worst ways possible. The Pokemon themselves look fantastic. Venusaur's face and plant build are excellently executed, and the model has movable vines and feet. Charizard's wings, legs and arms and head can be posed in a variety of ways, and it has that chunky, unmistakable LEGO aesthetic that works perfectly. And Blastoise has an articulated head, arms, and water cannons, and you can tell a lot of thought went into the design of these Pokemon. The environments in this set are equally impressive. There's a jungle base for Venusaur, a fiery volcanic section for Charizard, and a coastal water build for Blastoise. The set can technically separate into 3 sections, and it looks good, there is no denying that. But the problem, for $650, the Pokemon themselves look relatively small in proportion to the whole build. A significant chunk of that 6,838 piece count is clearly going into the elaborate environments and that large black display base. It looks nice, sure, but it absolutely inflates both the part and price. This is a collector's showpiece, plain and simple. It's not something designed with kids in mind, which feels strange considering we're talking about Pokemon. If you've purchased this set between February the 27th and the 8th of March, it will include a bonus gift, the Kanto Region Badge Collection. That is set number 40892 with 312 pieces. Of course, you only get this if you buy the expensive set and order during that specific window, and manage to be one of the first approximately 21,800 pre-orders. And to be fair, there are no exclusive Pokemon characters locked behind this promotion. It's all stickers and decorative elements. The build itself is cool, but not devastating if you miss out. It's still frustrating, but you know, at least it's not soul crushing. Well, until you look how much it's listed for resale on eBay, just no. Okay? Just no. There's also a LEGO Insiders reward, a mini Pokemon Center, set 40911, 233 pieces, and it's going to cost you about 2,500 Insider points. So, This one stings just a little bit more. To get this set, you need 2,500 insider points, which is roughly $370 or $380 in Lego purchases. You must redeem those points specifically on the 27th of February, and you'll still need to buy another set for it actually to ship. The build itself is fine. It's a nice little micro-scale Pokemon Center with opening doors and a small interior. I feel like this is kind of like the last minute add-on, like a filler set, that it doesn't connect to anything else in the line. The only thing that ties it to the other sets is it's something to do with Pokemon. Also, considering how quickly Pokemon fans move when a new product drops, this will probably sell out really fast. I'm also just going to add this: if you want a Pokemon Center that is pretty much minifigure scale, just go and buy the Mega one. It will cost you a lot less, and you'll probably get a lot more out of it. Of course, there is a bigger problem, an issue that we can't ignore. Pokemon is supposed to be for kids. And before you start all yelling at me and typing in the comments section, I know these are 18 plus display sets. It says so on the box, adults welcome, etc, etc. But I think it would be nice if this initial wave of Pokemon sets had some of the cheaper playsets launching alongside it. This is Lego's opening gambit with this new theme, and you've got 3 sets, priced at $60, $200, and $650. If you want everything from this first wave, you're looking at well over $900. For that money, you could buy a Nintendo Switch 2, Pokemon Legends, ZA, and its DLC, and still spend less than what that large Pokemon set costs. But look, this wave wasn't aimed at kids. It's aimed squarely at adult collectors with nostalgia and disposable income. And while that strategy might work in the short term, leaves a massive part of Pokemon's core audience behind, which is what I've been worried about since these sets started leaking. But what do you think? Did Lego knock this collaboration out of the park? Or did they price Pokemon completely out of reach for the very audience that made the franchise a global phenomenon in the first place? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a most wonderful day. Bye.